Coming up, we could officially learn tomorrow that Coach Cal is leaving Kentucky.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Big questions from the Big Blue Nation tonight as the future of John Calipari on the sidelines of Rupp Arena appears to be in question. Kentucky's head coach has been linked to rumors of a potential switch to lead the Arkansas Razorbacks. Tonight we are hearing from Big Blue Insider host Dick Gabriel and fans. Jeremy Toms reports.
UK coach John Calipari's possible departure from Kentucky continues to send shockwaves through the college basketball world. Big Blue Insider host Dick Gabriel felt that shock initially, but he says when a place like Arkansas rattles its coin purse, any coach will listen.
They've got the facilities, they've got the fan base, they've got the financial backing. Calipari would have been foolish not to listen, but putting those two words together, Calipari and Arkansas, it just doesn't seem right, does it?
Seeing Coach Cal in Razorback red won't sit well with this Big Blue fan base, but the lack of postseason success lately hasn't either.
That's not been the last 4 or 5 years. It's been discouraging, maddening, frustrating.
So Gabriel thinks this could be a win-win for all involved.
The fans who are ready for a new coach here, and obviously they need a coach at Arkansas, you could see where Calipari could use a fresh start.
It could also save the university from paying an 8-figure buyout. If Cal's era is to end here, Gabriel says history will be kind, both to his body of work on the court and his charitable efforts off it.
The other thing to remember about Calipari is, given the work he did for tornado relief, for flood relief, the telethon we did right here at Channel 27 for Haiti relief, I think you got to remember that. I know the people in Eastern Kentucky and Western Kentucky will.
In Lexington, Jeremy Tom, WKYT.
Good points there by Dick Gabriel. Coach Cal would not comment when approached by our sister station while walking his dog in Lexington this afternoon. ESPN is reporting tonight that the deal between Cal and Arkansas is in the final stages and an announcement is expected tomorrow, so we'll see. Kentucky basketball fans are just waiting to see what happens next. The men's program could go in a new direction for the first time in 15 years if Coach Cal does leave UK. Fans tell us they remember what it was like in 2009 when Coach Calipari was hired, and that it's surreal to think about starting that process all over again. Some say the coach's possible departure is not necessarily good news, but it needed to happen.
As a Kentucky fan, over the past 5 years, I've been really let down. Tournament time and everything. Love Calipari and all he's done for Kentucky, but I think it's time for new changes.
Most fans agree decisions need to be made quickly to ensure a stable roster for next season.
Well, the big story in the weather world today was the solar eclipse, but now we are watching out for higher rain chances, also possibly a few storms later on this week. Right now, though, on first alert pinpoint Doppler, we are dry for most of us. Possibly a couple of sprinkles into portions of far southeastern Kentucky, also pushing into southwest Virginia for places in Harlan County, also moving into Lee County, Virginia. But again, for most of us at this hour, we are dry, also mild. Most of us in the upper 50s to middle 60s, up to 60 for Irvin, 61 for Hazard, 64 in Jackson, 63 in Somerset, also in London. At this hour, most of us wake up in the upper 50s to walk out the door on Tuesday. And again, a small chance of a passing shower or a few sprinkles tonight, but most of us are dry. But that begins to change as early as tomorrow, so be sure to pack the umbrella, also the rain jacket, as off and on showers are likely. More rain chances on Wednesday, possibly some showers and storms by Thursday. Those details coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Cameron, thank you. Millions of Americans viewed today's eclipse across North America. It was the first total solar eclipse in 7 years, and many people say they will remember the experience for many years to come. CBS's Jared Hill is in New York to begin our coverage.
In Kerrville, Texas, eclipse watchers stood in awe as the sun and the moon worked together to put on a dazzling show. This family traveled from Atlanta to Niagara Falls, New York, to catch a glimpse as Monday's total solar eclipse swept from the southwest to the northeast.
Just seeing how it got dark, that was an experience that, it's like unforgettable.
In Indiana, eclipse watchers donning protective glasses gathered to watch natural history in the making.
It looked like a sunset all around, but without the sun.
It literally looks like somebody took a bite out of the sun.
Day became night, or at least looked like it, in towns and cities like Carbondale, Illinois, as the moon passed between the Earth and the sun. The eclipse briefly took golf off the minds of fans at Masters Week in Augusta, Georgia.
Almost just looks like a half-eaten cookie.
I would say it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The crowd at Cleveland's Museum of Natural History cheered the eclipse's arrival, and so did fans at opening day at the Guardian's Progressive Field. It's a good bet Times Square hasn't seen crowds this big since revelers rang in the new year. Visitors at the New York Hall of Science made it a teachable moment.
So we made a model of the sun and the moon is blocking the sun.
While these school kids from Texas learned about the eclipse before heading out to see the real thing. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
If you missed the total eclipse or just can't wait to see another one, you'll have to count down about 2 decades to 2045 for the next big one, which will extend from California to Florida. The East Kentucky Science Center was one of several spaces to play host to a solar eclipse viewing today, inviting its community out to look and learn. The event opened the Prestonsburg campus to visitors with science information, a special telescope, and more, inviting families to watch the eclipse and learn about how they happen. Employees with the center say the solar event was a great way to show off the center, since its mission is to make science a joyful experience.
I think eclipses are just something really accessible to people, and it makes me so happy to see how excited people are, and they think of us as a place to come and learn about it and view it together.
Prestonsburg had mostly clear coverage of the eclipse throughout the afternoon. Employees say it was a great day for family fun and learning. More than 250 people gathered at the Challenger Center on the campus of Hazard Community and Technical College to view the solar eclipse. We had a few more clouds, unfortunately, here in Hazard. Dr. Jennifer Linden with HCTC says it was special to be able to partner with the Challenger Center to put on such a big event for the community.
This event today has been so special for us here at HCTC, and we're really pleased to be able to partner with the Challenger Learning Center to make this event happen for our community.
Along with the eclipse, the Challenger Center opened for community members to explore all the activities they have to offer. The total eclipse is a sight to behold, but back before civilizations understood what was happening, it seemed pretty scary. According to the Smithsonian, ancient Chinese civilizations believed eclipses were a dragon eating the sun. In the ancient Inca civilization, they believed the sun god was angry, and so they offered up sacrifices. Philosophy professor James Snyder explains they created myths to justify the phenomenon.
All civilizations and cultures basically thought that something horrible was going on, and that is the sun, the source of all life and light, was being attacked or in some way diminished. So that's pretty terrifying stuff.
Of course, we now know the science behind a total eclipse and can use it to better understand some of the mysteries of the universe. Back in the 1900s, a total eclipse is what helped Einstein prove his theory of relativity. Scientists at Mercyhurst say they are encouraged that this event will inspire a new generation of curious minds. Of course, we have more coverage of the eclipse, including lots of pictures we received today from viewers. You can find that on our website, WYMT.com, and the WYMT News app. One Clay County business is expanding to a new location. Officials with Jackson's Manchester Lumber Company broke ground on its new property off US 25 near the Hal Rogers Parkway. The company has been in its original location on Railroad Avenue for 75 years. Owner Donna Jackson says once they begin construction, they hope to be up and running quickly.
But once we get our footers and stuff done, we should have our permits back. And I'm hoping to open this fall in the new building, but my son says it'll probably be spring, but he doesn't know his mother too good.
Jackson says moving to their new location will be more convenient for their customers. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, the Senate is set to begin its impeachment trial of the Homeland Security Secretary. We'll have a preview.
Plus, higher rain chances are on the way for much of this week. Your Tuesday forecast after this break.